so great to be with everybody today. I want to thank Mr. Lars for having us at this beautiful school on this beautiful corner in Lower 9, which is the center of the universe, as we all know, right? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Across the street, the community center's going up. Isn't that nice? Across that street, the firehouse is going up. Down the street, another school is going up. Right, Master? Yes, sir. It's nice to see you. I want to thank Mr. Vic Ritchie for being with us, who's the CEO of NORDC, Nadia Morris, who's the director of Job 1, Mr. Stan Smith, who's the superintendent of the Orleans Parish School Board, is with us today. Kay Kimbrell, who is the chief of staff of the Louisiana Department of Education, Rhonda Jackson, the director of No Kid Hungry New Orleans, Ms. Kay Wilkins, who's the CEO of Southeast Louisiana chapter of my favorite, the American Red Cross, Mr. Charles Rice, who's the CEO of Entergy. Charles, thank you for being here. And Ms. Doris Hicks, greatest principals in America, right? So you heard I said the greatest principals in America of MLK Charter School, and to our young men and women that are with us, and to our angels who are with us today, who just helped me sing. Thank you all so much. I'm thrilled to be here today because we're announcing what's going on in the summer. In Thelma, I like the summer all the time, and I'm really excited about it because we all collectively together as a family have spent a lot of time making sure that we make the right kind of investments in meaningful opportunities for our young men and women, for our youth, and for our kids. And so today we're here to talk about all the work that we have done in the past and the work that we're going to do. So in 2010, we have been committed, as you know, in the city of New Orleans to creating the best recreation department in the country. We reorganized NOR to now become NORDC. It's a public-private partnership. The foundation's been very helpful. We have, in partnership with NORDC, made sure that everything that folks were doing with NORDC was tied to NOLA for life, which is really our mission to make New Orleans a safe and peaceful place from the beginning to the end for everybody in New Orleans, especially to put a protective arm around our kids. And it is really important that we provide safe places and safe programming for all of our children. When NORDC came on, we started to get to work and to build facilities that we could all use. Lions Center, $5 million renovation. Joe Brown Park, $23.6 million. We just added another $7 million piece for the Nature Center that's attached to that. If you haven't been there, please go to it. Harrell Stadium has world-class turf on it so that our young men and women can use that. $1.6 million for St. Roch. And the Tremay Center, $5.6 million. If you haven't been swimming in that pool, okay, you should go. And the one out of Joe Brown Park too, especially for our seniors, not just for our little ones. Here, on the way, across the street, $19 million investment in this community. And of course, we talked about what's going on across the street. We also have Vernon Brown Gym and Stallings St. Claude Center, and there's a lot more of that where that came from. But what happens in the buildings is just as important as the buildings themselves after we have first class. And so one of the things we want to do today is introduce a robust package of opportunities for recreation for our kids. Quality summer experiences, structured, well-taught, well-disciplined, properly supervised. We're going to have 41 youth camps this summer. That are going to serve over 4,000 of our youth, young men and women, and of course, to the group standing to my left. We also know that if you have an opportunity for a job, put a little change in your pocket, learn a little bit of responsibility, acquire some skills, the chances of doing great things in your life grows exponentially. And so NOLA Youth Works is going to have 6 programs this summer. They're going to serve over 2,000 young men and women. As I said, a steady paycheck, a hands-on experience. In the teen camps in 2010, when we got here, we didn't have any of them. And in 2014, we're going to have 11 teen camps this summer. And that's now, this is my favorite part of the press conference every I get to talk about swimming. I didn't bring my swim card with me this year. This kid's in my desk. But I have my swim card that says Red Cross, you were a beginner, then you got to be an intermediate. I remember when I was a little baby boy, the Red Cross teaching me how to swim. and it's not only brought me great joy in my life, but it's given me a great sense of security and independence for when the water rises and you don't expect it to. And it's really, really important. And we have partnered together with American Red Cross. Since 2010, we've increased the number of pools from 8 to 13. The aquatics program is going to serve 7,700 young folks this summer at 13 pools. And in our partnership with American Red Cross, in 2013, 5,400 people received swimming lessons in our partnership with the American Red Cross. And we're going to hit that mark and do better this year. And I really appreciate you guys doing that. On top of that, one of the other things that I'm really proud of, and I saw Secretary Tom Vilsack, who's the Secretary of the Department of Agriculture for President Obama the other week when I was in Washington. We talked about the need to make sure that our children had food and nutrition and good food. And when we got here, the schools really weren't connected to the summer programs. And of course, because so many folks are eligible for, feeding programs, but if the facilities are not open and they're not working, you don't have the way to actually do that. And so we're really directed NORDC to make sure that they partner with the schools and make sure that the feeding program was consistent with it. And so one of the things we have done is partner to make sure that we have free nutritious meals for breakfast and for lunch. And we have a goal of providing over 10,000 meals a day during the summer, and that partnership is with USDA and No Kid Hungry in New Orleans, and you guys have really done a great job of getting together, and I thank you for that. The other piece of it is something that you will hear me on the radio about. It's a challenge to all of our local businesses to step up to the plate and make sure that we provide job opportunities for our young men and women and our teens during this. I'm challenging all the local businesses to step up the hiring of local youth. In 2014, we will invest $1 million of city money in youth programs, and the dean will talk about through Job 1. Businesses can step up to the challenge and join our summer employment program by hiring folks this summer. In 2000, we had 50 job sites. 2013, we had 250 job sites. We want to hit that mark again. And actually do better. And I'm calling on all of the businessmen and women, itty bitty, medium size, real big. Everybody's got space. And if everybody wants to join in and help make the city safe, create leaders, give our young people opportunities, here's a specific way that you can help. And we have experts to help you figure out how to do it. So consider this a call to all the major businesses in the city of New Orleans from me and from the leadership to give all of these young men and women an opportunity to be great leaders in the city of New Orleans. And finally, just to say this, the new New Orleans way is to bring people together. The things that are working in the city are all a partnership between the federal, state, and local governments, the private sector, the faith-based community, not-for-profits, all coming together to make sure that everybody's putting in the pot and everybody's pulling the wagon. It really is important, and on that regard, I particularly want to thank our partners, Chevron, Entergy, Bo Brothers, Robert, thank you so much for being here as well. United Way, Southwest Louisiana, all critically important so that we can put our arms around these young children and give them the opportunities that we deserve. So God bless all of you. I'm looking forward to a great summer. I will be in the pool. I'm coming again, right? And it's going to be fun. Maybe y'all can teach me how to swim and teach me how to blow my bubbles and do all that stuff and put my arms where they're supposed to be and play a little basketball in case one of y'all wants to step up and see what y'all got. I got game. I'm just telling you. Before you come, I look old and short and fat, but I got game. So I thank all of you. I'm looking forward to it. Let me call up a young man that's been leading this effort for us, Mr. Vic Richard, who's the CEO of NORDC. Mr. Vic.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And good evening to the Ward 9, King School. I'm going to be brief. It's rewarding to be back home, and it's a very humbling experience to have the confidence, to have the responsibility to make this city and to make life what it deserves to be. I remember when the levees popped and I was still in Philadelphia, and I watched, and I'm going to call her Doris because I believe I can. And I watched Doris from afar on national TV and on local TV as I flew back every 6 or 8 weeks. And watching Doris fight to put this landmark back in place and better than what it was. So it's a proud moment for me to be back in the Lower 9, to be back home, to be here on this property, working side by side with Dr. Hicks and the rest of the team. And I want to say something about the mayor. I looked at the mayor a few years ago and I just told him, I'm like, you know, I'm really not sure if I want to do this anymore. And this was when we were talking about the future and the possibility of me joining this team. I don't believe that I could have made a better decision to join this team and to work with this man and the vision and the determination that he has for this city, and it is a new New Orleans. God bless you. My chairman is here. I know he was en route, but I'll pass the mic now to my other partner in crime, CEO Kay Wilkins. Kay?
Thank you. Okay, I have one question. If you know how to swim, raise your hand. All right, now, look around you. I've got another question. If you know someone who doesn't know how to swim, raise your hand. Those are the people you need to talk to today to tell them that if you live in the city of New Orleans, you need to come to a pool this summer and learn how to swim. Now, I've got a question for you all. If I'm over 7 years old, can I learn how to swim? Okay. If I'm over 15 years old, can I learn how to swim? Yes. Okay, now here's a good one. If I'm over 30 years old, can I learn how to swim? Yes. If I'm over 80, can I learn how to swim? Yes. Because let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you're 5, 35, or 85. We want you to know how to swim, and we can teach you. And thanks to everyone here, we have a program that will teach everybody you know how to swim. So tonight, I want you to find somebody who doesn't know how to swim, and I want you to tell them, you need to learn, and I can tell you how. So thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everyone, for caring about this city so much that we're convinced that we can teach you how to swim, whether you're 5, 35, or 85. Now I will turn this over to the...
Thank you. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Vic. It is really exciting to be here, and you all might wonder, why is the job lady here? So I'm the job lady. Oh, you're the lady who gives us the jobs. Well, when we think about our young people and we want to have safe environments for them and make sure that they have continuity in their learning experiences, so they go from school to mixed camps in the summer, but what do they do when they become teenagers? What are the options for them? And for a long time, and for many cities, the options are very few. But this mayor, this administration has made it a priority that our young people have the opportunities to get real work experience. And we all understand that real work experience is how you become successful. It's where you learn the tenets of how to do your job, how to be the best you that you can be. But we cannot do it alone. So the city makes a financial investment, but guess what? Everybody in the community needs to step up. Everyone needs to open their doors to a young person this summer to say that I'm going to make the time commitment. I'm going to give 5 weeks out of our lives to a young person who wants to work, who wants to earn a paycheck, and we will help facilitate that process. This is workforce development at its best. This is what matters. This is how we make sure businesses here grow locally. This is how we make sure our young people get to stay home. This is how we make sure they stay in school. This is how we make sure they get a paycheck so y'all can pay for those iPhones. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. And this city is committed to doing it. We think that our young people are important all the way from birth, all the way until they get to college and graduate from college. And this is what this investment is about. So I urge you all today to not only tell every teenager that you know that it's available, and go online to www.nola.gov/, NOLA Youth Works, to make an appointment to apply. But also tell every business, challenge every business in this community that if you say you want a safe city, if you say you want equity for this city, then you need to step up and give a young person a chance this summer. So with that, Mayor, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you. And at this point in time, I'm going to call up a couple of our sponsors, Charles Rice with Entergy, Sarich with Chevron, and then Robert Bowe with Bowe Brothers is going to say a quick word.
Thank you, Mayor. It's our pleasure to be here. It's more our pleasure to be a sponsor of NORDC. I think we gave them the first initial investment of about $600,000, and I think this year we're sponsoring the Twice program. We're a proud partner here in the city of New Orleans. We love to give back to the communities that we serve. It's something we take very seriously at Entergy. So again, welcome everyone, and everybody have a great summer. Thank you.
Chevron. Chevron has been a longtime supporter of NORD. The journey with the organization has been a really great experience, but none of this would be possible, I think, without the community members, the support from the parents of these kids, as well as all the people that take time to work for the organization. So thank you all.
Thank you. I'm Robert Poe with Poe Brothers. It's been my family's privilege to support NORD since its very beginning, and so it's a pleasure today for the second summer in a row to help underwrite the cost of the swimming lessons that are going to be provided by the Red Cross. Thank you.
Dan Smith.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon on behalf of the Orleans Parish School Board. OPSB has been pleased to partner with NORD for a number of years in these programs, and we're pleased again to partner this year. It's the summer programs are certainly essential to our students to recognize that the opportunities to learn don't stop when you walk out of the school door in May. They continue through the summer. The opportunities to improve yourself through the workforce present themselves. I can remember I had the opportunity, my wife and I, to raise 2 children. And one of them, when he got out of school and applied for his first job, was couldn't believe that he wouldn't get the summer off like he did when he was in school. So this is a great opportunity to learn the responsibilities that come after your school life. That you have the responsibility to continue to improve. You have the responsibility to continue to learn, and that this just emphasizes those responsibilities. And we're pleased to participate in these programs.
RSD.
Hi, thank you. On behalf of Superintendent Dobard with the Recovery School District, we just want to thank you, Mayor Landrieu, for your continued support. The crucial time during the summer where kids are out of school, this is the programming, thanks to all the partners. We're going to be able to help kids be able to make new friends, develop skills that they might not even know that they have, such as swimming, being able to explore their talents, being able to do job growth, and we just think that this is a wonderful opportunity. So we thank you on behalf of all the kids in our city. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I just want to say thank you and congratulations to the City of New Orleans. When we started the No Kid Hungry campaign, we started with 5 test sites and 1 sponsor, which was Second Harvest. We did a few thousand meals that first summer. This past summer, we did 150,000 meals with just the NORDC programs. And across the city, almost 500,000 meals were served to kids during the summer months. Free breakfast and free lunch. We are partnering with not only NORDC, but with nonprofits, with schools, with charter schools, to make sure that everybody comes together to the table to see what we can do to make sure that kids in the city eat during the summer. So if you have any questions, or if you're a summer camp or a nonprofit and you're looking to feed your kids, please go to neworleans.nokidhungry.org and find out more information so that we can help to feed even more kids this summer. One of the things that we don't talk about is child hunger. Here we have about 90% of our kids qualify for free and reduced lunch. So they're getting the lunches and the breakfast during the school year. We want to make sure that those same kids also, and other kids, get to eat during the summer months as well. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Doris Hicks, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And let me welcome you to the exciting Lower 9. Thank you so much for coming. On behalf of the Friends of King School District, Mrs. Hilda Young, who's the president, we welcome you. There are several schools that we have under our umbrella, and I'd like to just have the principals and deans to raise their hands. Dr. Moore and Mrs. Wiley, who's at Craig, Mr. James Mack. Let me tell you, we have Joseph A. Craig Elementary School. We have Dr. King Junior Charter School elementary students, and raise your hand. And then we have Dr. King Junior Middle School. And I know know you see our young people on the right, and they're members of our high school. We have Mu Lambda Kappa Fraternity High School with our young men, and you can see them very distinguished. And we have Kappa Pi Kappa, our young ladies. And I know what they're going to tell me at the end. How could you remember the boys so well and you've forgotten us? I did not. But we do thank you. This is going to be a wonderful partnership, which we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to this partnership. I especially like to thank our mayor for choosing our school. Thank you so much. And let's give our mayor, Mitch Landrieu, a big round of applause. He said Doris, and I know I can say Vic. So I am so pleased. I am so pleased. Our relationship goes way back. So again, thank you so much for coming. It's going to be a wonderful partnership, wonderful things for our students during the summer. Thank you so much.
Dr. Hicks, thank you so much for your leadership. And thank all of y'all for everything that you've done to make this a possibility. Young boys and girls, it's all about partnership. It's all about finding friends. It's all about sharing. And you got to do your job. You know what your job is this summer? To have fun. That's your job. You think you can do that? We're talking about swimming. We're talking about playing. Who knows how to play jacks? Y'all still know what jacks is, or is that just old? That's just for us. How about, I'll give y'all one. Watch this, Vic. How many of y'all know how to play marbles? Oh, y'all know how to play marbles too. I'm aging myself. Anyway, this is something you guys, this is something we love to do for y'all. We're so thankful. We want y'all to have fun. We want you to be safe. And we want everybody to have a great summer. So God bless all of you. Thank you so much for coming.